Maharaka Banyasha Allah. What's going on, brother? Army of Israel headquarters, camp leader. What's going on, brother? Brother, you ain't saying nothing. Brother, it's out of hand. Good, good. How's that beautiful daughter of yours? Doing fine. I could be doing better, to keep it real. I could be doing better. Thanks for asking. I could be doing better. I'm having some health issues, but my spirit is strong, brother. Good. Praise the most. And congratulations to you. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know about you, Maharakar, because people be trying to get in contact with you. You leave all these contact information. You leave all these links. You log this, but you never get back in contact with a brother. You just leave a brother hanging. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I be trying to get in contact with you, sending you mail, sending you donations, and I'm not trying to put you on blast, but I'm just saying, you don't even get in contact with a bruh. Be showing love, all kind of stuff, but you don't even respond. You don't even respond. You don't respond to the love, brother. Come on now. Come on. You don't be responding to the love, brother. Come on, what's up with you? For real. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. But anyway, I ain't trying to put me and your business out on the streets like that. I'm just saying, in love, brother, in love. In love. It's all love, brother. No hate, no shade, no, not trying to put you on blast or nothing like that. Hey, but I'm just saying, it'd be nice to say, yeah, I got you, brother. A fist bump every now and then. Well, yeah. Boy, he's something else. Maharaka Banyashala. Let's shift gears here. Let's just go back to the beginning, because this is where everybody likes to go. We dealt with the 1 Kings chapter 19 and how we basically got to the crux of what was going on in Israel during the time of Ahab, and why and how Jezebel was able to top the throne, to get seated as a living idol in Israel. And it's really interesting that when you go back, there's a lot of parallels between Jezebel and Eve. Let's look at that. Let's go there. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go to chapter 3.
I'm good. I'm glad you're reading, because I'm gonna throw some things in there as you're reading that, because this understanding that I heard from the church and even in Israel, and this has been an argument between men and women when they say that when we say Eve is the one that went off, right? And then the woman say no, Adam blamed Eve. So there's no accountability from
True.
on the woman's side. And
right.
I'm gonna show you. As you read it, that argument about the man blaming the woman is a total lie. It's a misunderstanding. It's sorcery. And so our women acknowledge those scriptures that talk about the woman became the beginning of sin. And the scripture says Adam was not in the transgression, but the woman was in the transgression. 2 Timothy. When she can admit that, then that's a beginning to me of coming
Right.
into submission, because then Isaiah 4:1 talk about to take away her reproach. What
Right.
was the reproach? Reproach means to blame, pass the buck. So when you read Genesis 3, and we read it, and you read it from another lens, you will see that that statement about the man blaming the woman is a total lie. Okay,
Right.
but you'll see the woman blaming the serpent.
Now, let me throw this out at you as a caution, Maharikar. Now, I know that you have a colorful language, okay? In my room, I don't use profanity. Now, I know we can get into definitions about what profanity is and all that, but you know what I'm talking about.
I got
So
you.
I just, work with me. All right, now let's look at this. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahuwah said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Man, this is an amazing story to me. Every time I read it. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahuwah has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Now,
So,
let me throw this out, because a lot of confusion come with this verse 3. He didn't say don't touch it. Well, I'm going to err on the side of Eve know what she's talking about. She ain't got no reason to lie right here or forget. She ain't got no reason to forget. She's perfect. It couldn't have been that long ago that the Most High gave the instruction to Adam. But women, when it's really interesting that the only people that I've ever seen tried to make an excuse, even on verse 3. And I think the reason why they make an excuse on verse 3, because they know where this thing is already going. So now they want to find some little technicality so to be
pass the buck.
deceived, to pass the buck. Right there.
To pass
Verse
the buck.
3.
And listen, I love my woman. I love my woman. I love my black woman, whatever, Israelite woman. But for real, it's very hard for these women to admit when they're wrong. It's like it's ridiculous. You're gonna try to justify your ass. I'm sorry. Justify your behind. You know what I'm saying? For the wrong that you done. You done wrong. You did wrong. You was wrong. That's it. So this woman, our mother, just confirmed that she knew not to deal with the tree of good and knowledge. So from this point on, there is no excuses.
No excuses. Verse 3. But the fruit of the tree. Now, women don't know that they're getting themselves in trouble by saying, well, he didn't say don't touch it. Well, she did touch it. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahuwah have said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And you went and touched it anyway, even if you forgot what he said and you went and touched it.
She didn't forget, but Satan came to her and she responded, nope, we can eat of all other trees, but that one right there,
Exactly.
we can't touch that one right there because we would die. And it was not no apple, it was not no fruit, it was knowledge. Because it says
Right.
knowledge of good and evil. And
Now,
our
I had
women
no
are
problem
very
with that.
academia. They're very academia. They want to get this knowledge. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So they can come back and tell you, well, I know. I saw this in the scriptures, and they're trying to cut the man in the scriptures and correct him and all type of madness. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, stop it. This is where you messed up from the beginning.
Exactly. Verse,
You're supposed to be reversing that, but go ahead.
right. Verse 4. And now look at this conversation here. It's just too deep. And I don't know why women fight against, not all, but I don't know why women fight against Genesis 3. Man, They go crazy on Genesis 3. They don't like it. And I don't care how holy they are and shaloms they give you and friendship. They don't like Genesis 3, brother. They go crazy. Now watch this. Watch this. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
Right.
Now, right there, she should have been running to Adam.
Right.
He
Right
just
there.
called the Most High a liar.
Yeah.
The Most High he's saying right here in verse 4, the Most High is a liar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And look what he do in verse 5. For Yahuwah know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open. See, the man is hiding something from you. The man, quote unquote, upstairs is hiding. Man is your enemy. He's your adversary. I'm your friend. I'm the devil. I'm
Right.
your friend. I
Right.
love you.
Right. I'm there for you.
Oh, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Verse 5, for Yahuwah know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open and ye shall be as God.
Oh.
He's holding you back.
Right.
He's holding you back. You could go to a whole, you could go to a whole nother level. You could level up if you listen to me.
Right. You'll be a God because one, Adam ain't right. Adam's not getting this information. That's between her and the serpent. So you're gonna have power over your man. You're gonna know something he don't know. You see that?
Oh. For God know, man, this is ugly right here. And she's still talking to him.
Right.
She's still talking to him.
She ain't go back to the first, the second, the third verse. Say, we gonna die if we do that. The Lord told us not to eat that or deal with that, so I'm not dealing with it.
Conversation over.
It's over.
In the discussion. But look at her, brother. Now the Genesis 3 is telling the nature of a woman. Right. And this is why they hate Genesis 3. They really do. I don't care how fake and they smile, and I don't care how well they read it, how articulate they are. They hate this. Listen, verse 5, for God know in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open and ye shall be as gods. They was already gods.
Right.
They was already
gave Adam authority over the earth, and she's after him. So she has authority over the earth, over everything. If I'm a king, my wife is a princess. I have authority over everybody. Outside of me, she has authority over everybody.
Right, exactly.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
Look at this, Mahar. I'm glad you said princess, because I don't see no queens in the Bible.
Right, I don't say no queens, brother. The queens are the mothers of the king that sat on the throne. Okay.
Now, exactly.
So in the future, when the Most High said, when Yahweh shall return and we are being governed under his authority, he said he's the prince of the kings of the earth. So we're going to be kings of the earth. Then our mothers, our women would be, mothers would be what? Queens, period. So we all be kings. But there's no queen that sits on the throne besides the king, because now she can have authority over the man. She has the same authority, basically. So it says it's princess. Right. Nowhere it says the man's wife is called a queen. Nowhere.
And let's throw this out here too. The only place I ever see in the Bible of a notable queen is the Queen of Heaven, and she was an idol. She was a devil. The only queen in the Bible that you can read about is a devil. That was a woman. Okay? So all these women running around here talking about I'm a queen.
Queen. Don't got a man.
And I'm a god. You ain't no god over no man.
Right.
Verse 6. And look at this. This girl, now the Ruach had to be telling her something in verse 6. But no, she's still talking to the devil.
Right.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, see?
That's right.
Now, how you gonna blame Adam for this?
Right.
Verse 6, how?
Seduction, right there. All of a sudden now, all of a sudden out of nowhere, the tree of death,
It's the only tree you want.
is now the tree of life. All of a sudden now, the tree of death is now the tree of life. Now, as you see, it's good. See, those key words, it's good, right?
Right.
It's something good and make you feel good, right? You know what I'm saying? I want that. It's good. Now it's good. It's not bad anymore. It's good.
Bad is good and good is bad.
Right, that's right.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant.
Right, so what food does? Food nourishes you, right?
Right.
It makes you feel good when you eat, right? Good for food, so it nourishes you. It builds you up, right? It gives you muscles, whatever, you know what I'm saying, what food does.
Right.
It's good.
Right.
And then
Right.
it's pleasant to the eye. See that? Pleasant to the eyes.
By beholding, you become changed.
Mm-hmm.
I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. This lady is meditating on something that the Most High said don't even mess with.
Right. She's
meditating.
Right. That's right. Good word. Pleasure. Let me read the word pleasure right here. Let me see what the word pleasure means. You ever get it in a regular dictionary, right? This pleasure. And it says, freedictionary.com, the state of feeling or being pleased or gratified, a source of enjoyment or delight, amusement, or sensual gratification or
it got sensual for her.
Right.
She meditated on this so long. She got aroused by it. Wee.
And,
boy.
And that's Genesis 3, right? So
Genesis 3:6.
And that's verse 6. So I'm gonna get how to using the word pleasure there. And it's desire, wish, longing of one's heart, lust, appetite, covetousness, and bad sense, thing desired, object of desire. So instead of her desiring her husband, right? Because the order is the Most High, Mashiach, man, woman. The woman is commanded to desire to her husband. Man desire to a Mashiach. There's no way but through a Mashiach. And a Mashiach desire who? The father. The children were subjected to the mother. The sons was given authority throughout the 3rd chapter. So everything goes. You see what I'm saying? But she's jumping over her man now, listening to another man.
My God. My God. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eye, and the tree to be desired, coveted, to make one wise.
Yes, desire, right? To make one wise. She want to get this wisdom. She want to have more knowledge than Adam.
Forbid it.
Today, I got a college degree. You ain't got no degree. I got 5 degrees. This degree. Who gave it a degree? The devil. The devil gave it that. Right? That's his knowledge. That's his education. The same way he's educating her right now. She is being educated right here. She's being educated by the devil.
Exactly. Wow.
Right.
So she in verse 6, she's matriculated into his school.
Right.
And now she goes now, and you know how our women are when they know something you don't know.
Right.
You know how they get.
Right.
Haughty, they neck start stretching, they eyes start rolling. Oh my goodness. So she like, oh, I'm gonna teach Adam something.
Thank you.
I'm gonna teach him something. I'm gonna be his leader. I'm gonna be his head. I'm going to be his covering. I'm going to be his God.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to be up under him. Why I gotta be the helpmate?
Right. Why I gotta be under you?
Right.
Why I gotta be submissive?
We're equal.
We're equal. Come on, preach.
See that?
And so go.
Again, brother.
And oh, my goodness. And gave also to her husband.
See that? Remember that. Remember that statement.
He simped out.
And gave also to her husband with her. Yeah.
He simped out. I'm sorry, Adam, but you simped, brother. You simping.
Right. She started bringing that doctrine to thou. Right. And I'm sure he was fighting against it. He just fell and it succumbed. I'm sure he tried to stand up like Samson for a minute.
Yeah.
And just succumb.
But
hey, baby, hey, baby, don't you know we naked? She probably came up with a damn 3-piece suit on him.
Ooh,
what the hell do you got on? I don't know. You know, so I'm just making a joke. You know what I'm saying? But she came and showed us, man, listen, do you know what I learned today? This is what I learned today. You see what I'm saying? So now this man loved his wife. Remember, he was alone.
Right.
Good in that man to be alone. Now he made him a woman. You see what I'm saying? That is the glory to man. You know what I'm saying? It's natural in us to desire and love a woman. You see what I'm saying? And shoot, and she's Eve, so I know she was the baddest looking woman ever created.
Right.
And the man got Hulk smash.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And look at this, Mahar. I believe, this is just me speculating. I believe that when Adam saw, because the Bible says the woman was deceived, not the man. I believe when he saw that she had eaten that fruit, he got sick in his stomach. You know how you get sick when your mama was about to whoop you when you was a little boy and you say, I got to use the bathroom. I bet you when he saw that she ate that fruit, he got sick. He's like, oh God, girl, what you do?
Right.
Girl, no.
Because they're one flesh, right? They're one flesh, they're one body. So she already jacked everything up anyway, because they're one.
Wow.
They're one. Their two shall become one flesh, one spirit, one mind, right? One body. Right?
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And the eyes, verse 7, and the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves apron. And they heard the voice of Yahuwah. Now this is really, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And they heard the voice.
Everybody pay attention, because I'm gonna open your eyes. Remember, I told you that you're gonna find out that the doctrine of Adam blaming Eve is a total lie. We done see that Eve is totally responsible thus far for going into her lust. James 1:8, I think it's James 1:8, talks about enduring temptation.
Right.
He said, but let me just read that right quick. I'm gonna set the stage right quick. Check this out. Because people try to make excuses, but in James, it clearly tell you about when you go into your lust, right? James
I like it. James 1:15 or something like that?
Yeah, like 1:15 or 16 or something like that.
When sin is conceived, it brings death, and when death is finished, something like that.
Yeah, and 12. Blessed is the man or woman that endure temptation. I got an echo or something right there. What's going on?
I don't know. Nothing's changed.
Okay, so everybody can hear me. Fine. Okay. It says, blessed is the man or woman that endure temptation. For when he or she is tried, he or she shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. So she was lacking a whole lot of love there, huh? Let no man say or woman say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempted he any man. So you can't blame God. You can't blame the Most High. You can't even blame the devil. But every man is tempted when he or she is drawn away of his or her own lust and enticed. She was enticed, and when lust hath conceived, it bring forth sin, and sin, when it's finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. So stop trying to make the path of give this woman a pass because you want to try to throw it on a man and say, well, he's supposed to be smarter than us. Then listen, she is the one that is having a conversation with Satan. She's the one. She already brought the sin into the world by listening to Satan. That's what the scripture says. The woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Okay? So Adam was already done because the man is not stronger than the what? Woman, but the truth. He hearkened on to his woman because he loved his woman. He fell in love with his woman more than the Most High at that point. He couldn't get through Adam through himself. He had to go through the woman. He had to go through the woman. And all you men know that you know damn well your woman can get your ass. I'm sorry. You all know that the woman can break you down when she wants something from you, brother. Or if you try to get something from her.
Pretty much, yeah.
We can sit there and act like, oh yeah, we super bruised all day long, every day. If you love a woman, she gonna get you. You're gonna lose some battles. And Adam lost his battles. That's it. And it was all divine anyway, because we have to go through this experience anyway. We have to go through this experience anyway. The Most High is not an author of confusion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We have to eventually learn what? Good versus what? Evil.
James.
That's how we be a total, complete being. Did not Yahweh Shah come down to learn good and evil? He came in the flesh. But go ahead.
But yeah, that James 1:12 through what 17 or whatever it was, that's good. That's real good. Let's go back to this Genesis here.
Yeah.
And let's see what the conversation is like. Because you was about to make a point, and I really want to hear that about your angle about the woman. Well, you basically elucidated by going to James. That's real good. That's a nail in the coffin for that ideology. But let's keep going because I want to see how you explain this. Okay. James, no. Genesis 3. Okay. Oh, what verse?
Yeah, we're verse 8.
Okay. And they heard the voice of Yahuwah Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of. Now you know something wrong if you hiding from him.
Right.
Y'all ain't been hiding from him.
Right. Right. You ain't been hiding.
What's going on, y'all?
Right. So now you know you went off. You know you just like a child. They know when they did something wrong. Now they up there hiding. They all quiet. They're not the usual self. You know when you did stuff as a child, you know damn well you was hiding.
Right. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahuwah Elohim among the trees of the garden. Wow. They hid themselves among the trees. You know, in prophecy, trees represent leaders. I think in Matthew 3, somewhere around 15, he said, every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit shall be hewn down and cast into the fire.
Right. Exactly. You got brothers that teach that the trees is other people. You see what I'm saying? You know, as well. So we know definitely, without going to any argument about anything extra, that they're hiding. They know that they're going off. Period.
Verse 9. And Yahuwah Elohim called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou?
First question. Now, this is why I gotta make sure that we understand what's going on thus far, so we don't get lost. So the 8th verse is confirming, is narrating what happened, right? It told
Right.
the Most High was walking through the garden, cooling out on the cool of the day, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It says that Adam and his wife hid themselves, so they was hiding, right? So now you're gonna ask a question. This is the first question. Where art thou? That's the first question. Let's see how you answer the question.
And he said, I heard thy voice.
Hold up. Is that true? In the 8th verse, it says what? The top of the 8th verse.
They heard the voice of the Lord.
That's true, right? So Adam ain't lying now, right? He said, I heard thy voice.
He ain't never lied yet. Not
There you
so
go.
far.
Yeah.
And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid
Right.
because I was naked and I hid myself.
So that's exactly what happened in the 8th verse. He ain't telling no lies. He ain't telling no lies.
Right. And he ain't blaming nobody either.
He ain't blaming nobody.
And he said, who told thee that thou was naked?
Here's the second question. And what's the third question?
Hast thou eaten of the tree wherefore I commanded thee, not her, thee, that thou shouldest not eat. So the focus spotlight is on Adam, and he knows.
It's on Adam. Okay? So he answered the first question with flying colors.
Verse 12.
The second one is, who is a person or person? Let's understand that. Who is a person or person? If I say, yo, who if I left you in the house and you were two people in the house, and I know I left my money over here, and I come in the house, and it's only you two in there, who took my money? Who took it? Who is a person or person? This is the question Moses is asking Adam. Who told you that you're naked, right? And did you eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden that told you not to? Two questions.
Right.
Let's see how you answer it.
And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat.
This is where they jump off the horse. This is where they try to say he's blaming. And the man said, Adam said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me. Now, is that a true statement? Jump over
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Genesis, the 2nd chapter, tells you that he gave the woman to Adam. Right?
Now, look at this, Mahar. This I'm glad you're bringing this out, because it's bringing more clarity to my mind about this issue. Because the overwhelming argument is that women love to say this, especially women. He blamed me and I blamed him, and we were just pointing the finger. Nah. Listen to what he says here. He said he took responsibility.
Right.
He said, and the man said, now let's see what the man said, because we know what these women gonna say. Oh, we were just pointing the finger and three pointing back at me and all that stupid stuff. The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree. Right. He didn't say she made me eat it.
Right. She gave me of the tree.
And she didn't force it down his throat.
Right.
I did eat. Now let's see if she do the same thing.
Let me say this. I love the way you brought that out, because if they get stuck on the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, Genesis 2 and 23 said, and the rib which Yahweh had taken from man, made he the woman, and brought her onto the man. Brought her onto the man. Gave her onto the man. I will make him a helpmate. Right? So the Most High made this woman for Adam and gave him the woman. So he said nothing wrong. He answered the question, who told you was naked, Negro? Well, she told you in Genesis up here, she gave on to Adam, right? Right over here, what verse is that one?
That was 12.
No, the one that says she gave it to him. Right, verse
12.
6. and gave also unto her husband with her. And he did eat and gave also unto her husband with her. So she gave it to him. He said, and the woman, and the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. So he did not blame her. He had to tell the truth. He couldn't say Satan gave it to him. He would have been lying. Eve came and gave it to him or exposed him to this information. She did. So he did not lie. He told the truth.
Now, this verse 13 is really interesting because I'm looking up the word beguiled in the Strongs. Maybe you got a better dictionary or something, but I like for you to look that word up because it's a little suspicious to me. But I'm not going to read anything into it. But I'm going to read verse 13. And Yahuwah Elohim said unto the woman, "What is this?" Watch this, y'all. "That thou hast done."
Yeah, right. See, that's a whole different question. You see how he came to Eve? See, when he went to Adam, he said, "Where art thou? Where art thou? Who told you was naked? Did you eat of the fruit?" Now the Most High already know what happened because he created everything.
Of course.
He already know what it is. He want to see if you're going to be honest. So now he came to her and he said, "What is this that thou hast done?" That's an accusing statement. He already know what you did. What is this that thou hast done? What did you do, woman?
And I think what's going on here when he asked her, "What is this that thou hast done?" is the same question that he said to Adam in certain respects, because he said, "Where art thou?" It's not because he didn't know where Adam was at. Adam didn't know where he was at. Adam didn't know what he really got himself into. And I think he's asking the same thing of this woman. Do you know what you've done, woman? What are you doing? What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, "The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat." Now, where do we see Adam? Now, this lady had every opportunity to not be beguiled.
Right.
She had every opportunity. The reason why you was beguiled is because you kept talking to the devil.
Right. And hold on. And check this out. In my Septuagint, right? This verse is written, remember, it's written in the Greek, right? So in my Septuagint, it says that verse there with her, "Why hast thou done this?" It says, "Why hast thou done this?" Here. And the woman said, "The serpent deceived me." See that? Deceive me, right? The devil means to deceive. So you already knew what not to do, right? You wanted to be deceived, okay? So she's still lying. How was you deceived for real, for real? You know what I'm saying? But you was deceived because of your own what? Lust. You went into your lust.
Right. James 1:12 through 15. Right.
So you deceived yourself by going into your lust. See what I'm saying? Scripture even talking about prophet and deceivers, I that deceive them. You know what I'm saying?
Let me read that scripture again. Let me read that scripture again, Mahar, because that's on point. Let me read that James one more time. James that's 1:15. I'm just going to read verse 15. Because that right there says a whole lot. When lust have conceived, it bring forth sin. And when sin is finished, it bring forth death. Now, but I want to go up a little bit. But verse 14, I got to read 14. But every man Oh, you better preach, James. Preach. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away,
Right.
of his own lust.
Right.
She's lying.
Right.
She tempted herself.
Right.
She even lying on the devil. And I'm gonna prove this to you, that she lying on the devil.
Yeah.
Now, I know the devil is a deceiver, but don't we believe that the Most High warned them of this devil way before
Right.
this
Of course.
incident took place?
Of course. He told
So
him.
how could you be deceived? How could you be deceived by him if you've been warned by the Most High? And when he warned you, you believed him. You believed him. You didn't doubt him.
You tell a child, don't touch the stove. Why? Now he want to know why you're telling me not to touch the stove. Why I can't touch the stove? What's the big deal about touching the stove? So you ain't gonna learn till your ass get, I'm sorry, till you get burned. You feel me? But you tell somebody, don't do this, they immediately that thought comes in and say, why not? Why I can't do it? Not that you're gonna be like, okay.
This
You
is
always
good.
gotta go to what? Long way around the block.
Exactly. This is good. This is real, real good. I got to read this 14 again, James 1:14. But honey, listen to this. You got to hear this. Now, Eve, she blamed the devil,
Right.
for why she was beguiled. But look what James says in James 1:14, honey. We know this scripture, but we just never looked at it in the light of Adam and Eve. But look at this; it's beautiful. My brother Mahar Allah, he just brought this out to me. Real good stuff. But every man, oh boy, you better preach, James, is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust. She can't blame the devil for deceiving her, honey. She's lying.
Right.
The Most High already warned them that the devil was loose and he was after them. He was coming for them. And now she got caught up.
Yep.
The black woman gets caught up, and guess what? She blames the devil.
Blames the devil.
And did I preach?
That's what it is. She blames the devil. And you know, children say, and I said this as a child, so I can cut myself. I said as a child, I knew I was stealing. I knew I was going in my grandma's purse to steal some money. Okay? I knew what I was doing, brother. I was like 7, 8 years old. I knew what I was doing. I took it, went to my grandmother, most of bless, she passed away. I wanted to take some money and go buy me some sneakers, right? And I stole the money out pocketbook, got my cousin to come with me and follow me. I told him
you
I
knew
would
what
buy
the
him
penalty.
some
You knew what the penalty was going to be too.
Yeah, so I got me somebody to go with me, so he could take some of the blame, right? So I took him with me, and I went and bought me some sneakers. I had enough to give him nothing, but I gave him a little $10. But I had my sneakers. Came back, they're like, "Where you get those sneakers?" I sit up there and lied and say, "I found them." But he said, "Well, where's my money at?" I was over there stuck like Chuck. I was bad when I was a little kid. I ain't gonna lie. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at it stupid and stuck, and I can't really lie like that anyway. At the end of the day, I had to go with the old faithful. The devil made me do it.
Oh boy. The devil made, man, that's some good stuff you brought. I'm glad you brought that out. Because I never saw, I just went with, what Eve said, the devil beguiled me. And I'm like, okay, well, the devil, because I was saying that Adam blamed Eve and Eve blamed the devil. But now this is a lot clearer to me.
Right.
So there really is something wrong with the nature of women. I know we don't like hearing that kind of talk, But there, and I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with the nature of men, but I'm putting the spotlight right now on women only. They're gonna go off. Period. We didn't put this in the Bible.
Right. And
Eve,
the
Eve
other
put this in
excuse
the Bible.
scripture is I'm the weaker vessel.
Right. Right.
Okay. So if
But
you
that's
know, if you can agree to that, then what does agree for every damn everything else then?
right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Agree with
What verse
everything
did
else.
we stop on?
We stopped on
13.
yeah, we was on oh, you was in James 1, and Genesis, you was in Genesis 3 and 18.
Oh, we went down to 18.
Uh,
No, not 18.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm bugging out.
13,
Yeah,
14.
I'm
Yes.
looking at Genesis 2.
But it
Right.
says, boy, I got to read that again. Genesis 3:13. And Yahuwah Elohim said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent begot. You know what? Let me throw this in here. Let me throw this in here. You know how somebody they confess on the sly?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I did it, but
Right.
you know they don't. I want to tell you something that I've learned, and I learned this when I was in the Christian church. When somebody put when you get caught up in your mess, I don't care who was your accomplice. I don't care who was with you. I don't care who was holding your hand. I
Right.
just said, you know what? I did it. I did it. I don't care
Right.
how many people was with me. I did it. Deal with me. What's my penalty? What restitution do I need to pay? Yes, I did it. I'm guilty. I'm sorry. I repent. I don't
Right.
see the spirit with Eve. I don't
So
see this. I see it more with Adam.
right. That's like
I
my
see.
child. Like I tell my child, don't shoplift.
Right.
So he go out there with Junebug, and they behind up there stealing GI Joes. This is a real story, by the way.
Okay.
You stealing GI Joes out of Kmart, right? And your behind get caught. And you want to snitch on me? You see what I'm saying? Because you got caught.
Ah.
You got caught. You see what I'm saying? So you got caught. So now you ain't gonna take the responsibility, but you're just gonna say the devil made me do it. All she had to do, he asked her a specific question. He said this. Read the question again to me.
And and Yahuwah said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done?
This is what she should have said.
And the woman said,
This is what she should have said. Lord, I disobeyed your commandment. You told us not to eat of the fruit of good and evil. And I went against what you said, Lord, and I ate of the fruit of good and evil. That's what she should have said. That's it. It had nothing to do with the devil. You already knew not what not to do. So when the devil came to you, you should have rebuked the devil. He would flee from you, but you decided not to because you had this already in your lust. It was already in your mind. You was already dwelling on the tree of good and evil. You think of something that just popped up out of nowhere. You had that in your mind, and then it was manifest. You see what I'm saying? This is already in her mind. You already knew what not to do. You knew the judgment of doing it. So how do you know what not to do, and then you know the judgment of doing it, and then I'm gonna blame you for me doing it?
Let's back up just a little bit, Maharakar. Let's revisit this verse 12. Let's revisit this now, because we want to be fair. And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me.
Who? What the word who means? He asked
Whom?
him who? Who told you? Who?
Oh,
Who
okay.
told you?
Okay. Good.
Who
Help
is
me.
a person or person?
Help me, Maharkar.
Right.
Just
So
help
I
me. I
want
might
you,
be overlooking something. Help
yeah,
me,
yeah.
brother.
You like, oh, wait a minute, it can't be.
No, 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 no. I'm not backtracking, but I
Okay,
just want to
okay.
make sure
All
because there's
right.
other people listening and they're
I
going
know.
to listen to this and
Right,
they're going to go back and read this just like I'm doing right
right.
now.
Okay,
So
con.
we're gonna hammer this thing out nice and good.
Right,
So when people watch this on the replay, they be like, okay, they were not being fair. They were being partial. They were
right.
doing
Gotcha.
unrighteous judgment when it come to Eve. So let's look back. And
Verse 6.
okay, let's go
Verse 6
back.
is a look back. Verse 6 is
11,
a look
11,
back.
11. Let's go to 11. That's a good place to start.
Oh no, go to verse 6.
Way back there.
Yeah. The end of 6 is the answer.
Okay. And the woman said, and the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye, and the tree to be desired to make one wise. And she took the fruit thereof and did eat.
So
And
she ate, and what did she do after she got this information?
okay, after
She
she
did
got
what?
the information, she gave the information also, the forbidden knowledge, unto her husband,
Right, and gave also on to her husband.
and he did eat. Okay, let's keep going. This is good. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves apron. Verse
Right,
8. And they heard the voice of Yahuwah Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahuwah among the trees of the garden. And verse 9, and Yahuwah Elohim called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? Verse 10, and he said, I heard thy voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. Verse 11, and he said, oh, that's good, Mahar. You good, brother. That's good. You on fire. You on fire, brother. You on fire.
The Most High showed it to me in 2013.
Okay, well, that's good. It don't matter when he showed it to you. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and hid myself. What he's not asking him that we are transposing onto this question. We thinking that he asking him, did he eat the fruit? He's not asking him that.
That's
He's
that first
asking him,
question. Mm-hmm.
he asking him, and he said, who told thee
Right.
that thou was naked?
Who?
Hast thou eating of the tree? Wherefore I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat.
Right. That's the part people is missing. The question is, who told you you was naked?
Who told him that?
Eve. Because she can't remember in the 6th verse.
She told him he was naked?
I mean, she came and brought him the information. He said, who told you you was naked? Right. Who told you was naked?
Okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. It's not
What verse you in right now?
it's not expressly brought out, but I could definitely go with that.
Right. He said, who told thee that thou was naked? Before Eve went and talked to this devil and got caught up in her own lust.
Okay.
Adam didn't do nothing about being naked.
Right.
He didn't do nothing about being naked till the day Eve sat up behind there and talked to Satan and got indoctrinated with this information, and she came back and told Adam.
Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Because it's some things that's coming to my mind that I've never seen before about this story. Let's just think critically about this. He had to be naked the whole time. He didn't have on a 3-piece suit when she came and gave him the fruit.
Nope.
So the idea, the notion that he was naked was like a new revelation, and it probably came as a result of eating that fruit. Because it is the knowledge of what? Good
and evil. So he didn't even know. He thought he was regular. Everything
right,
is
he's
regular.
just regular. This is just the way it's supposed to be.
This way it is.
And I want to throw this out. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if Satan, I'm speculating here, you judge, I wouldn't be surprised if Satan was dressed up. I wouldn't be
Right.
surprised. And he says,
Right.
"See, I got clothes on, and you look at y'all naked." Now that's not in the scriptures. I get it, but I'm just saying, why put so much emphasis on the fact that you're naked?
Right.
If Satan was naked, you know what I'm saying?
And so as we speculating, right? Let's throw that
Right,
out there for you to think. When did ever an angel came down to visit? Because Satan is an angelic being; he's a celestial
right,
being.
right, right,
All right, we're gonna go from that narrative, right? You see what I'm saying?
right.
Whether it's a celestial being or actual man, whatever. Okay, he cannot present something that he don't have information of. So if it's a celestial being, when did a celestial being came down naked?
We don't have no record of anything like that. I can recall off the top of my head. The Bible talks about they had on white clothing and they had on white light or something.
Right,
You just couldn't see their nakedness,
right.
you know. So yeah, so that's very, very plausible. But this is good, man. Let's look at verse 13 as we keep building. And he said, "Who told thee?" Man, look at that. Who?
Who? And let me just get that definition right quick. Let me just read that in a regular dictionary right quick. This is the freedictionary.com. I always use that. I love that. I love this site.
It
Who?
had to be Eve. It had to be Eve.
Who? Who is what or which person or persons?
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay,
right?
right.
And that's in the
So
regular
it had to be
dictionary.
Eve. The devil knew he couldn't approach Adam.
Nope. Yep.
So it's only one. It's only one other person. Who told you?
Right.
Eve told me this.
And
I,
if you
I was
go,
listening to my wife.
and if you go to the narrative that they're the only two people on the planet Earth, the only person who can tell them is her. Now what?
Right. That's why. Well, that's one reason why I can't buy into this. I don't know what your position is on this. I know it's a lot of debate about this. I don't want to get into it either, but I'm just mentioning this in passing. You know, they other people saying there's a whole other population around, and you know, and you know, because when they go over to Genesis chapter 3, you know, it just gets messy. But no, I have to default to Eve. She the only person that could have told him this. Come on, y'all. And I
Right.
look at that as a little, I think I look at that as a cop out for people to try to say, well, it was somebody else around.
Right. Right.
That's a deflection, man. You know nobody else was around. If it was somebody else around, why didn't Satan go tempt them too?
Right.
Where's
Right.
that record of him tempting those people?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why he leave them alone? Why he leave them alone? Why he just picked out of all the people on earth, he picked Adam and Eve. See, and he just leave everybody else alone. That don't make sense to me. But anyway, so and he said, "Who told thee that thou wert naked? Hast thou eaten the tree? Wherefore I command thee that thou should not eat." And the man said, "The woman whom thou hast given me, she gave me of the tree,
That's the
and
who.
I did." And I did. He's answering direct questions.
Right.
So let's verse 13. Verse 13. And so Yahuwah said unto the woman, "What is this that thou hast done?" Now,
Right.
this is some good stuff here. There's some good stuff. Now look what he asked her. Now he asked Adam, "Who told you?"
Right.
Referring to somebody else.
Right.
But in verse 13, he asked the woman, "What you did?" And the
Right.
first person she mentioned was Satan.
That's right. Because I'm
Guess
looking
who
at
she
the blue
guess
letter.
who she should have mentioned first?
She should have mentioned her dang self.
Thank you. But look who she mentioned last.
Herself.
Herself. Man, don't this sound just like women?
Yes, sir.
and some men that act like women,
Yes, sir.
they don't never take responsibility. They never guilty. They never commit a sin. They never say they sorry.
Right. Boy, that's a bad
They
thing. You
never
can't say
say,
you sorry.
even if you got them on videotape,
Audio. Everything.
audio in 4K, they say, nope. This is crazy, brother. I got to read that again because I want the other audience and the people that watch this to really focus on this. And I want them to really judge both of us on if what we're saying is valid and true. This really is clear. I don't know how women gonna get out of this, and I don't know how these faggot men gonna get out of this.
That's right.
I don't know, because I'm gonna read it again, because this scripture really pisses women off. I'm sorry, but this scripture, and when I say women, I'm talking about men that act like women too. They hate Genesis 3. Oh my God. That's why they start, you hear women start saying stuff like this. The Bible is a dead book and all this kind of stupid stuff. Look at this. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked? I don't know how women gonna get out of this. It's no way to get out of this.
No way.
Hast thou eaten of the tree wherefore I commanded thee that thou shouldest eat? And the man said, he said, who? And the man said, now it was appropriate for the man to mention the woman first because he asked, who?
Who? In the blue letter,
Now you can't get around that, brother.
Right. On
Now,
the blue letter, let me say this.
Go ahead.
H
Say on.
4310. Right? H4310. I'm right. It says who, any, whose, what, if any, whom. It says strong definition, me, an interrogative pronoun of persons. Okay, as of 84100 is of things who, occasionally by a peculiar idiom of things also in indefinite, I'm sorry, I can't say that word. Indefinitely, whoever, often used in oblique construction with a prefix or suffix, any, man, he, him, oh, that, what, which, who, whosoever, would to God. So it's talking about a person. What person? You see that?
Right. Now look at this, Mahar. I'm so glad. I don't know what made you come over to my channel today. Well, all praises to the Most High, because my eyes are open, clearer about the nature of women, and not just women, men too, but in particular, how men are beguiled. Because he did ask who.
Right. You said who?
And he said, who told thee?
Right.
And I know I said it already. I got to stress this. I know that a lot of women hate Genesis 3. I know they do. So I just gotta drill this thing in and make them even madder, because they ain't gonna repent. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked? Who told you?
Who told you?
Hast thou eaten of the tree wherefore I commanded thee? Now look at the questions here, because you was numbering the questions earlier. Who? Hast thou eaten? Which wherefore I commanded thee not eat. So that's just basically one question. So who?
No, it's
told thee?
Is what? Is it? The first question is where art thou?
Right. I'm just looking at verse 11. I'm just looking at verse 11 right now.
Okay.
I'm just looking at verse 11. You're right. You're correct. But I was just focusing. putting a narrow focus on verse 13 and just looking at the order in there. So the first question that we see in verse 11 is, who told thee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hast thou eaten? That's the next question. And let's see how he answered it. Let's see he answered in that order. And the
Right.
man said, the woman whom. Now you can't say whom and who is not the same word.
Right. We just looked that up. It's the same thing. Whom,
Right.
whom,
And then it says, thou gavest to be with me. She gave me, I did eat.
Right. So what are you going to say? The devil?
No, he never did. He never did. And it's interesting that he answered the questions that the Most High put to
Right.
him
Right.
in the order
Right.
that he asked. But when you get to Eve, look what she does. And Yahuwah Elohim said unto the woman, what is this? He ain't asking no who.
Who? No who is there for
What?
her.
It's no who for
There's no
her.
who.
This is clear. This is clear. You can't dispute it. There's no way to get out of it. It says very clearly, and the Yahuwah said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done?
You
First
done.
person she mentioned is the devil. Now the people that watch this on the playback, don't get mad at me. I'm reading this. I labored over this. We've been talking probably about these three scriptures for probably about 45 minutes right now.
Right. Right.
So you can't, we reading in Hebrew, Greek, and all kind of stuff. So I don't know how these women gonna get out of this. This is their nature. If you ask them what they did, they're gonna start talking about everything else that everybody on earth did to them. What grandmama did, big mama, Poncho, and TT, and Boo Boo. They're gonna talk about, and then they're gonna mention themselves last.
Right.
And they might not even mention themselves
at all.
last.
Listen, I just had an experience where a young woman, I told her, stop going on Facebook. You just came to the truth. Stop doing these live videos, trying to bomb on brothers and trying to act like you know something. You are a brand new, fresh baby. Wouldn't listen. People bombing on her, just at the third. She actually bombed on another woman, did an exposed video on her, put it on YouTube, blasted her all over Facebook. When the sister came and me and her got together, I did a live video so she can hear her, bring out her side. I did the video called Jezebel Women from Hell. And so once she saw the video, she said, well, defaming her, all the stuff like that, crying and boo-hooing about her past life for us to take it down. And I'm looking at you. You did the video and slandered the woman and everything.
Right.
But now it's on thou.
Right.
You crying and boo-hooing. I couldn't believe it. Don't want to take no responsibility. You the one who set this whole thing off. But all you care about is I get a job and people go see my thing up there, and I always had it bad in my life, and everybody want to come at me and bother. You the one that came at me.
Right. I was molested. I was molested when I was 3.
All type of stuff. Instead of you saying, I was just wrong for doing the video. Understand that you did the video in retaliation that so people can hear your side. Okay, I'm just asking, can you take the video down since we made peace? Don't try to bomb on me when you the one who wrong. You the one who wrong.
Right.
Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Well, man, this is real good. This is real good. I can't wait to read this over.
Oh yeah.